It just depends. It depends what is it inside, right? Oh, Aaron is coming. All right. If one more.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Hi.
all right, Thomas. So what's the situation? And let's see how we can help you with getting better. I mean, getting better in many ways, physically, mentally, and in time, because there is such a thing as uh, time.
Yeah, so my lifting has not really progressed in the last 4 months, meaning that on the bench press and on the squats, I got a little bit better. Not much, but on the press squat and then the squat press, I'm still at the same level where I was even 5 months ago, actually. So when I'm on the one rep max, I'm still at the same weight, and it still doesn't feel lighter or easier every single time I go. So I'm not sure if I'm making a mistake in the um, training overall, like with the
How do you
weight.
do it? What's
Well,
the
I wrote,
routine?
sorry?
What is the routine?
Yes. So the first day is the bench press, the 10 sets that you
I
told
mean,
me.
the routine of the squat press.
Squat press, yes. So it's 40 sets with the first 10 sets. Actually, maybe I can share it. Let me see.
Let me
Maybe.
let you share.
Hmm.
I have to let everybody share. Let me see. All right, now you can.
Mhm. Okay, can you see something?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, 1 second. I think I actually have to close Zoom. Let's see. Yeah, I think I have to. I'll be right back. Let me see. To share.
Okay, we see now.
Okay. So this is the routine. These are
Okay.
the number of the sets. This is the number of the repetitions.
All right.
This is the weight in kilograms, and this is just the load over the reps. So I start off just warming up only with the bar. So I do 5 repetitions. The load is just the bar, so 20 kilos.
Uh-huh.
Then I do a 1 minute break. In the second set, I do 3 repetitions. I put on 2.5 kilogram plates on the side. So 3 repetitions, still like it's still like warming up. It's still very easy. I do this in the first 5 minutes.
Okay.
Then from minute 6 to minute 10, I only do 2 repetitions and I put on another 1.25 kilos on both sides. And then from minute 11 until 15, I do 2 repetitions with 30 kilos. So again, going a bit up. And then I only do 1 repetition from this point, and I go up 1 kilo on both sides. So I have 16, I have 32 kilos. I do this for, in this case, it was 4 times.
Uh,
Then I go up again slightly with the weight. I build it up. I build it up. So by around minute 30, in this case here, minute 29, I even did a 2 minute break. So here, this would be my max I'm trying to go, which was in this case 36. I was able to do it. Um, I tried again with 36 and a half, and I could do it. On this day, I was even able to do 37, which is quite the highest. And then from that on until minute 40, I lower the weight to around 80%.
Why is it that you breaking the records 3 times in one day?
That was an outlier actually. This is an outlier day. I'm not the best one to present here actually. Usually I just do it. I'm only do it. I only do it once. Only to able to do it once. Yeah. So the record is 38. Um, but on this day, yeah, that's an outlier. Usually I only have 1 2 minute break in total, and then I'm able to do or not able to do the record. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and then from when I do the record, then until minute 40, I lower the weight to 80%. Um, yes. So I do that. And then the pump workout follows that you showed me, which was the one with two dumbbells where you go fast. So this one.
Right.
So I do 8 repetitions with 10 kilos in each hand. Then I do the one where I only have the one dumbbell where I go quickly like this, eight
Right.
repetitions. And then I do the row, which is the one where I have two
Okay.
dumbbells and I go like this with the arch back.
Okay.
Um, Again, 8 repetitions with 14 kilos. And then I do the short barbell one. Can't show it here, but it's where I lay on the bench with the arch back.
Pull over. Right.
Yeah. Yes, again, 8 repetitions. There are three different versions of
Then
this.
there's a pullover, tricep, and the press. Right.
Right, correct, correct,
Right.
correct, correct. Then I get up and I do the same exercises again. This time I do 20 reps or whatever the max is. Like max would be 20 reps. Usually I can't do 20, maybe only 14, 15,
All
and
right.
exhausted. And I do that with every exercise basically that's left. So basically every exercise from that point is until failure.
Okay.
Um, yeah. When I finish that pump workout, I do the happy body, approach A, super calm, easy. Then I do the gravity stretch and then I hang on the bar to decompress the spine and that's it.
So mostly you do the 40 sets or 40 minutes of the squat press, follow up
Right.
with the pump, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The arms. Okay. Uh, and you have the problem is that you're stuck with the weight, you cannot progress.
Right, exactly. So this max weight here in this case at mini 34 was 37.
Yeah.
The record is 38, but I've already had that in February,
Okay.
and I'm not making any progress here.
All right.
Um,
We'll
in
look at questions to you. So let's get can stop sharing and
okay,
then we'll analyze that and talk about. All right. So questions to Thomas. So he needs help. So he does 30 minutes of power tower, right? Squat press with weight. He's stuck with the certain number, 37. Record is 38. He barely does 37, right? Sometimes.
yeah.
Okay. So if you have a client like that, then what would you do?
How long have you been doing that routine, Thomas?
Basically a year. Yeah,
A year,
yeah.
1 year. So
And how often did you break the record?
In the beginning, more often. I mean, when I started, when Jersey gave me the exercises, um, I would say every week. Yeah.
So from what weight you began?
It started like I think the record in the beginning was like 28.
28 kilo first,
Yeah.
and it went to 38 kilo.
Yeah.
Good question, Melissa.
Yeah.
All right. What other questions?
What's your goal, Thomas?
To reach 58% of my body weight, with the squat press,
And
which
what
would
is the
that's
58%?
45 kilos.
45 kilos.
Yeah.
All right. Very interesting numbers. Okay. What are other questions? Or insights? Because it's your client, so you're talking to Thomas as your client, right? You're the mentor. You're mentoring him. So you're the one looking at numbers, getting his information. You created the program, right? So now he is having a certain beliefs around it. So not only that, he did the program for a year, but also he has certain expectations, beliefs, right, and around it. They mostly his belief is that he's stuck, right? That's the most what I was.
Yes, that's the belief. And I would also, I'm at the point where I would like to start more explosive movements, more speed, but I don't know if it's already time to put in the speed because I'm only focusing on flexibility and strength and no speed.
Was there pains and problems to healing?
Well, the knee is still an issue, but I'm working well-ish around it. Yesterday it was again a bit worse. Before it was better. Um, at the moment, I'm squatting at 14 inches, which is quite good compared to last year, where I was at 20.
Okay.
So in the past year, you've had significant improvement in both flexibility and strength by this measure.
What is the word that stands out from your sentence?
Significant.
That's it. Significant. Significant. So significant is from 28 to 38. What's the percentage of improvement?
More than 50%.
Almost 33. Yeah.
What is it? 33%.
Yeah.
33%.
26.
Yeah.
What?
No, 20,
What is it?
26.
We have a mathematical problem here.
What are the numbers one more time?
28 to 38. So we have improvement of 10 kilo on 28. So it's definitely more than 30, right?
36, 35.71.
Oh, 35.6.
It's 10 divided by 28.
Yeah, okay. 35.6%. Okay, all right. We have a improvement of 35.6. Okay. What is the improvement is needed to go from 38 to 45?
It's 7 kilos.
25.
25? No.
25%.
From 35 to 45? 7
Ah.
kilo only? No.
From 20, okay.
20, right?
20.
20?
20%.
20%. Okay. So what's going on?
Well, since February, I'm on the 38.
Right?
Hey, Thomas, are you changing anything as far as the flexibility goes or the depth of the movement, or is it just weight? Are you static on the depth? Because I don't know if you were on the call when Jersey was talking about that going lower or going heavier also requires much more flexibility. So even if you're keeping the weight the same, but your flexibility is getting better, or if you're keeping the what's
Yeah,
the
I know what you mean. I know
yeah,
what you mean.
okay.
The flexibility is not the problem. Like the press, for example, in this press squat, where you first press and then you go down, um, the max is 37.5. So here in the beginning, you don't need the flexibility, but I'm also pretty much stuck there. So I don't think it's a flexibility issue, but it has, of course, improved over the year. That for sure.
Aaron
Uh,
said something
and
else.
yeah,
Aaron said something else. So when you go to the 14 inches versus 20 inches, it is harder to press when you sit on a box. The way that is you go deeper. So the body has different position and it's harder to press. So there's already improvement of not certain improvement is because it's harder to press in that level. So you are improving too in a different way. So you're not improving only from 28 to 38, but we are improving from also 20 to 14. And that is also hard improvement. That's what Aaron, did you mean that?
Oh yeah, it's like it's more dynamic. You know, the math of that somehow. I'm not a mathematician, but let's just say that 20 kilos at 20 inches versus 20 kilos at 11 inches. How do you calculate or account for that? Mathematically, that is not the same thing. Especially Thomas, I think what are you, 6'4", 6'6"? How tall are
no,
you?
6'2".
6'2". So then you got all the height and um, you're moving the weight further than somebody who's 5'6". You know what I'm saying? You're actually literally doing more work because you're moving the weight through a farther distance in space. So the physics of what you're doing as a tall person is actually different as well. So I guess I just to take all those factors into account, I think is an important part of this.
Mhm.
Right. So as Melissa pointed to the records of growth, when you think about 35.6% in a year, or what do you think about that?
That sounds really good to me, but I'm not Thomas.
Yeah,
I mean, it sounds like
Yeah.
good, consistent progress in two areas. And so clearly the rate of progress has decreased as the weight has increased. The question is, right, like how to get unstuck from that. Aaron, what do you think?
one other thing is, Thomas, is what is, as Jersey would say, what is the expectation? Where did you think you should be at this
Yeah,
point?
we're
That's
getting there
another
too.
I would ask about how much you lower the box from, let's say, February or the 4 months ago.
2 inches. 2
2
inches.
inches.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
2
good
inches since
question.
February.
That's a good question. So there is improvement of somewhere during the February and today, not on the weight, but on the box.
2 inches.
Yeah. All right. That's a good catch. Good catch, Vegas.
So you progressing, Thomas.
Well, it's really progressing like in this box, and evaluating that is very difficult, like Aaron said, because it's how you measure that. You just go deeper, right? But going deeper is harder to press, simply. But it's only harder to press. It's still pressed the same way, but it's harder to press the same way. So we somehow know that, but it's hard to qualify because you still, what counts is the weight that you press. So you somehow have to have a mind to appreciate the progress, evaluate that somehow, so you don't get insane about what happens. That is like Thomas thinks that he doesn't have a progress, right? Or he's stuck. His mind is already, he's stuck, right? So mind is already negative, is already fatalistic, right? He's a focus on fatalism and not really on the master. The master language, what would be the master language here? How the master would evaluate everything here, whatever we heard. And if Thomas has the master brain now, how would he really talk to himself?
He might say something like, Thomas, the numbers show that you've been making clear progress in strength and flexibility. You have a powerful team of people who are supporting you, including Jersey, and we can help you, who can help you reach your goal or modify what you need to do to reach your goal. Something that would be a master voice, I imagine.
Anybody else would like to add?
And if you want to compare the progress, just set the same let's say the same surroundings, or the same, I mean, the box and the weight and the bar, and only see what happens on verify using only one dimension, not two or three.
Okay, so Melissa points to the appreciation and the appreciation of people that all around, and also appreciation of progress. And Gregor points to there is a way solution in that to be found, and how to progress. Anybody else wants to add here? All right. So the one thing is, we are talking about reaching the happy body standard, right? The happy body standard, that is 58%. Thomas in a year went from 28 to 38, 35.6%. Now from 38 to 45 to the ultimate goal is 20%, right? Left. So what do you think about that?
It's not bad. I mean, I
Not
have
bad.
time.
That's a
I have
good.
I have a lot of time. I mean, I have a lot of time, but I'm sometimes questioning if it's enough when it feels like you're in the same place.
Yeah, we want to progress, of course, right? And then we also are behind the routine, and we have to know that what we do counts and matters and contributes to the growth and
Right.
future better, right? So that's definitely. Do you have it?
What do you mean?
That feeling?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's why I'm behind it. I really want to make this progress. I think it's amazing if
Okay.
I get there, you know.
All
That's
right.
why I'm doing it. Like otherwise I wouldn't do it. I really think it's worth pursuing, and I'm putting everything behind it. And there are always setbacks. Sometimes the knee hurts more, sometimes less, but overall, I think it's good. I was just very confused that, I try to eat well and I do the training, and then you look at the numbers. And then since February, like if you can't really break a record, then it's irritating at times.
Confused. I mean, here is the situation with not appreciating progress from 16 to 14, or not seeing even that.
Yeah,
You didn't see it, right?
yeah.
And Gregor's really found out. You see, the same way when I work with clients, I have to find out from them to pull, these numbers. And sometimes these numbers are there, but the person doesn't appreciate those numbers. And because of that, then there is no progress in a way made. So we have to somehow evaluate that. And in order to evaluate that, we have to really ask around people, how is it really that to create such a thing from 28 to 45, right? And what is the progress, and am I doing good, right? So I'm not getting crazy that I'm not getting good, right? So somehow I have to get into the mind that I'm doing good.
Right, because I mean, ultimately, I want to be able to coach myself and others, so
Yeah.
I need to know what's up.
I tell you the story. I don't know if you heard the story that I was power cleaning, and I was power cleaning, and my record was 105 kilo, and that was 230 pounds, right? And I couldn't break it. So after 3 months, I told my coach, I cannot break the record. It's not happening. I just cannot do it. And I said, keep working on it. So after half a year, I talked to coach again. I said, Coach, it's not working. I said, oh, well, you just keep working on it. 9 months passed and still cannot break that 105. So I said, Coach, I don't know. I'm stuck there. And he said, okay, everything else is working. I said, yeah, everything is working. All the records are there, but this one is not working. Oh, it will happen. I said, it will happen? Yeah, it will happen. But it's only a year. I said, don't worry, it will happen. So one day, I come to the gym and I take the bar in my hands, and it's a different bar. I have a different feeling about that bar. It's lighter, but it's like I don't know it, but it's like my body knows it. But I'm not evaluating from the perspective of time. I could evaluate it, but I'm going to 105 and I do it like nothing, man, like a broom, boom, is there. So I'm going to 107 and a half, boom, 110, boom, 112, boom, 115, boom. I increase in 7 minutes, 22 pounds, 10 kilo.
That's absurd.
Exactly. So, yeah. So, it's like, another point is a story about Picasso. Picasso was in a cafe and he was dribbling something on a napkin. A woman was watching that and she approached him and he said, Master, can I have the napkin? And he said, sure, $20,000. And she said, $20,000 for 5 minutes of dribbling? And he said, it's not 5 minutes dribble that. It's 60 years of my skills dribble that.
Okay, Jersey, when you were describing that, um, what struck me was how useful that mindset is, not just in this scenario that we're talking about, but how essential that is across like, and adaptable that is across various life situations, whether goal-based or not. Like, again, like, mind-blowing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And it's, I guess where we can acquire that mind because, I didn't have the mind and then coach helped me to stay, right? To be his assurance, he was clear about that is going to happen, right? But for me, I was going through these struggles in my mind that is not going, and my impatience was really there, the part of it. So every time that I talked to him, I relaxed and went to the gym and kept doing whatever I was doing. And then finally, eventually, was crazy. So that's the quantum leaps that happen sometimes in certain areas. Chopra was working on removing cancer and was doing all these things, and he said it's just amazing. You work to get rid of cancer, and you work for a year, cancer is there. You work for another half a year, and then one day you measure it, it's there, and the next day you measure it, it's not there. So it's just the cancer disappears in one day, but it's not disappearing in one day. The cancer is needed 1.5 years to do all these therapies, different ways to actually create that. And manifestation is a quantum. And it's not everywhere the same way, but we'll analyze in a moment your training and give you some ideas how to change it to the solution happens. But we are approaching first the mental philosophy behind it. Like Melissa said, that you can transcend this to anywhere in life, right? We give up and we lose that what we could have. Anybody else? Something? Insights?
Yeah, I guess maybe I missed it, but Thomas, where did you expect to be, or where would you like to be?
At the 58% of my body weight, which is the happy body standard. So that's the 45 kilos,
Okay.
with corresponding to my current body weight.
I gotcha. And when did you start training?
I mean, this kind of routine a year ago. I
Okay.
mean, when all of us started a year and a half ago, that was
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year,
yeah.
January, when we all
Okay.
started, right?
Yeah.
And before I just did the happy body. Yeah.
Okay. And Jersey,
Great question.
what would you say is a reasonable timeline? You talking 3, 4, 5 years? What do you think? Or it just depends on the person? It's hard to put a timeline on it. Or when the body's ready, it's ready, and then you can't really say. It's too hard to put a timeline on it.
Thomas, it was a question to you.
Ah,
Well, for everybody, Jersey and Thomas, yeah.
okay. Um,
So we have 28 to 38 and 38, and we have 45, right? Is the ultimate thing, right? So what's going on with that? How we approach that?
so for me, the most important thing is always to train pain-free, no pain. So it's do the deepest squat that's still comfortable to do, and there's no knee pain. When there's no knee pain, then I can go higher with the weights. For example, in the normal squat, when I don't do the the squat press. I just do the normal squat. Then I can increase the weight until the 14 inches. And if the next day or the same day my knees are fine, that's a great sign. Then I can go up even higher with the weight. And there's some healing happening. Um, so that's clear to me. The bench press is also clear to me.
Let's stay
Um,
with the squat press and
yeah,
45 kilo, because Aaron's
okay.
question is whether you
Yeah.
can put the timeline on, right? That was the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas, if you had a client come to you and say, "Give me a timeline," because I know you want to coach, what would you tell them?
Well, I would tell him if we're talking about the same height of the box, so still 14 inches.
Yeah, this is you. You are the client. You're the mentor, and the client is Thomas.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would say keep the routine, see if you can go further down. So the flexibility is always the number one priority. If you can go down further and you keep the same weight, that's already progress. If the knee has makes trouble and you can't go down further, then just stay at the same box height and try to increase the weight over time. So let's say for the next 6 months, the knee wants to stay at this 14 inches. That's okay. Um, and then just see over the next 6 months how your weight progresses. And I think what could be realistic here would be maybe another 2 to 3 kilos over the next half, maybe a bit less,
No.
one and a
Well,
half to 2 kilos
if I
over this.
look 18 months and you did what, 10 kilos in 18 months? Is that right?
Yeah.
So I would then maybe half a kilo a month sounds more realistic in some ways. But that's probably pretty good. So you're looking at maybe 6 kilos in a year is probably what might be, a good goal too. If you just take the timeline from 18 months from the own personal journey there.
Yeah, in the beginning, the progress is always bigger. So, I mean,
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I have no problem if it slows down. It's just normal. It's just part of the game. Um, and I know I'm going to keep the routine up. It's not the point, but um, just to know whether the kind of training is still fine, what I'm doing. That it always helps to have
Yeah. No, I trust me, I know because that's the motivation is to see
So,
the progress. And
so
you
what's the
don't see
timing?
any
So
progress.
what's the timing to reach the 45 kilo? Is there a time? I don't think that is about a year, right?
What are we at right now? 38?
We
yeah.
need 7 kilo.
7 kilos? I'd say 14 months.
Okay, put the math. What do you think?
14 to 15 months.
Thomas, what do you think about
Um,
Melissa?
sounds about right. Sounds about right.
All right, Melissa, what do you think about it?
I think it's not unreasonable.
Okay.
And we got to remember, we're talking about putting 100 pounds over our head. And, that's not, most people cannot do this.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
maybe it's gonna take a bit longer. Actually,
Grzegorz, what do you think about it?
yeah.
We can set something up front, let's say what Aaron proposed, 15 months, but after, I don't know, each quarter to see how it goes, right?
Right. So here's a major problem we have. What is the major problem here?
The closer the goal, the longest to go, the longest time.
We have a goal and we have time. What's the problem? I mean, big problem here. Elephant is in the room. Hey, got you here today. Got you all. That's a
I'll
good
say
class today.
it. I'll guess. The elephant in the room is what if that time frame passes and the goal has not been met?
Something about that, right?
No problem.
So
So you
what's
need
going on?
expectation.
But you'll make it, Thomas. I'm not saying you won't.
I mean, it doesn't matter if I reach it in the time, really. I actually don't care too much about it if I reach it in 40 months. The reason is most important thing is just to get there. How long it takes, it doesn't matter really.
Ah, so why to get disappointed? Why to get not the feeling not good? Where is it coming from?
I think it's just the insecurity whether I'm doing the right thing. Is it still,
But it's connected
it's,
to time, right?
sorry?
It's connected to time.
Mm,
So what is the word that we use?
Expectation.
Hey, expectations. Okay. So what's the difference between the goal and time? What's going on here?
Well, at the simplest, we're setting an expectation that something happens within a period of time.
Exactly. And expectations is what? Good or not?
They're great. They're great if you make them.
Zero expectations. That's the happy body is zero expectations. And my life is zero expectations. Zero.
Goals are good, expectations are not so good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So Olympics is the goal, not whether you get there or not, or when. It's not important. So that helps us to with what? That way of seeing the world. Where is the help that when you really look at that and what that look helps you with what?
It takes the pressure off.
And where's the focus?
On the goal.
On the doing, yeah, the routine and so on. That's why coach was helping me always go back to the routine and doing the routine, not expecting something that is going to happen. It's a big difference in the mind and the way to look into the world. Focus.
Yeah, I can't say that that's one of my skill sets.
Okay, well,
I'm very good at expectation.
I coach a lot of Google's guy, and it's really hard for them to pass on it, to understand, comprehend, integrate zero expectations. It's not normal. They say, yeah, but I have 3 weeks and this and that. I have to do it, right? You keep working on that. And once you don't have time, you start really getting into that whatever it is to improve it. Your focus is on the routine and your focus is on numbers. And now we can go, let's say, okay, we have that. And then Thomas has changed of the Thomas's language changes into, hey, I'm doing that and that, and how I can improve those numbers here, instead of the different talk that I am stuck. It doesn't. So that is the complaint, right? And so no, the complaint that comes from being disappointed about the time, and that comes from expectations, and that's what happens to us when we have expectations. They take us into the mind of complaining instead of the mind of dealing with the situations with numbers.
Yeah, this is so timely. I literally was having a conversation with my brother yesterday, who's an actor, about expectations, where he thinks he should be versus where he is in his career, for example. So this is all very, I know, I know. Can you imagine? You
Yeah.
can, you know exactly what that sounds like.
I don't know what happened to, to my life, but I should be 6 feet, tall and not 5'5", 5'6". My brother is 6 foot. My father is 6 foot. He's 5'5". What's going on? What the fuck? So really, expectation is can destroy your mind, and can destroy what you can actually do in life, take you away from actually what you could achieve, become. We lose the focus, like on acting. He should start really getting into acting, improving the acting, because that's what is it about. And then go to theaters more, finding mentors, and keep really growing as an actor and improving himself as an actor. No, he is like, well, my career is not really what's supposed to be. It's supposed to be over there, and it's over here. Really? Wow. Yeah, it's a mental health, right? Expectation is huge. Is destroying our way of life and taking us away from the focus. You see, Viktor Frankl was looking into the Vienna, and he wanted to read from his manuscript. He didn't know when the war would end, right? But he survived 6 years in the camp, 6 years, and after 6 years, he ended up in Vienna reading from his manuscript what he imagined he's going there. He didn't say to himself when. That's a huge difference. If you can get rid of time and expectation, your focus is on the goal. Then you can work with yourself. So if you do that,
well, and also too, Thomas, I guess one other question to ask you, for all of us is, what else could we do? What else would we be doing? What should we be doing differently? I feel like I'm training, or we're training multiple times a week, training as hard as we can, or as smart as we can, dealing with injuries, dealing with bad knees, bad backs, inflexible, weak points and things like this. Do you feel like there's something else that you could incorporate that it's not being incorporated into the plan?
Yeah, that because I'm doing the training every day. Yeah, I mean, I was wondering if maybe I should include some speed exercises or deadlifts or just something else. But that was the question also that I had, or if I just keep it exactly the same way it is.
let's focus on your routine.
But yeah,
right? So you have the routine of 40 sets every minute, and you got the into the place when it's getting everything hard and heavy. Are you tired? Is it hard?
At minute 30, you mean?
Yeah, you have 2 minutes break between at the end, right? You start with 3 repetitions and go 2, and then you go 1.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
How we would change that routine?
More time in between.
Exactly.
If I was tired.
Yeah, that would give you more recovery, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, which one else is? So 40 sets is usually done for creating skills, but when it's getting heavier and heavier, then 1 minute is not enough to rest. And 40 sets is, so you're doing 35 sets, right? Because you have in the middle
40. 40. I mean, it was this outlier day I showed you, unfortunately. It's always the 40. Or 39 if I do once the 2-minute break.
So 40 sets is a lot for the mind, right? So what if we shift that to 20?
Okay.
Right? So we have 5, 5, 5, and 5 instead of 10, 10, and 10. So take now 2 minutes everywhere, and then you have 40 minutes. You have 20 sets. What do you think? That will release a lot of recovery, right? Because your load is, the load will change, the load will drop, and your recovery will improve. And then when you start breaking the record, what Aaron wanted to point to you, that when you break the record, let's say you do 38 and a half, you release the load, right?
Yeah.
Half of the load now. We have 20 sets, and we'll see what you do next week. And then when you have 38 record, right? It's 38. When you break this record to 38 and a half, don't increase the record next week to the 39. Keep it for a month until you integrate, because there is a accumulation and adaptation. And when adaptation doesn't really work, it's not enough repetitions or weeks. So the body is trained and it gets stuck, what you said. So you need to somehow unstack it, right? So give it more rest, or change the repetitions, or different exercises, yes. But this is not really about expecting something.
Right. So the 20 sets, you said 5, 5, and 5?
Yeah. So everything what you did 10, 10, and 10, 10, you do 5, 5, 5, and 5. And you take 2 minutes instead of 1.
Okay, but still with the warm-up weight, so to say.
The same. Follow the same thing.
Same thing. Okay.
That will change a lot in your training.
Okay.
And that
break
one
the
element is
Yeah.
less load and more rest. And the other element here is what Aaron was pointing, adaptation to the record. You have to somehow know that you need a month to adapt to the record now.
And after I'm at the record, I still do 5 more sets with 80% of the
Yes, yeah, same way.
all the same. Okay. And then the pump workout stays the same and everything else stays the same.
Yeah, and then you have to adapt this 38. If you break it, you have to adapt it for a month.
Okay. Thank you very much.
And we'll see how it works.
Yeah.
Good. Good
Yeah.
day today.
Thank you.
Aaron, you want to say something?
No, it's you know, it's the long haul, and I think you know, you want to see the progress. I want to see progress. I wish I was further along, but I'm way further than I was. I have to keep reminding myself every month that just think about how far you have come in the 18 months. It's just remarkable. I'm not there. I am not even halfway there, but I'm a lot further than I was, and I'm very happy with that. And just trying to keep the patience. And luckily we got each other in Jersey to help coach us and to reaching the goals and stuff like that. And we have to, and being willing to change up and experiment and try different things. And that's, it's like what I'm over time, I'm learning. It's just that how to experiment in a smarter way and experiment over more time, less, don't put on a 10-pounder, put on a 1-pounder and see how it goes, don't drop a level, drop a quarter of an inch and see how it goes. It really is that we always talk micro progression, and then we have to just live it, so that's it.
Yeah. Well, you have the choice, right? You could split this 1 kilo into 4 a month, right? And increase on the quarter every time. That's why we have these microwaves that we use microwaves, and 1 kilo is half a kilo is 1 pound. If you do it every week, that's 50 pounds in a year, 52. You cannot do that. It's impossible. So you have to really understand it, that progress has to be controlled with microprogressive system. And if you don't have this adaptation, and you think about adaptation is important here, because recovery, if you don't recover, then you cannot break the record. If you break the record, you drain yourself. You will break a record, and then eventually you will not. And then you will have to wait a year to break it, because you will drain your capability of the body. Eventually the body goes backward a lot, reverses. And you have to wait a long time then to come back. It's like a stock crashed and needs 10 years to come back to where it was before.
And last thing I'll say is I've lived long enough to injure myself horribly, and it's not, the patience is much more important than the injury. So just
Exactly.
be aware of where that impatience may drive you, unfortunately.
Because overtraining leads to either injuries or being overtrained and mentally drained. The nervous system can be mentally drained from breaking records, and eventually nervous system cannot do it. Or you can injure yourself, like Aaron is pointing to. So this microprogressive system is helpful to us to adapt, enjoy, and then break record. Then they say, adapt, enjoy, do it for a month, and then break very little. In that way, you go forward like a rabbit, right? Not the rabbit, with the turtle.
Last question. Okay. So the 38.5, if I get there, then the next day I will do exactly the same. I have the 38.5 as the last weight that I tried.
Yeah, but
or do I go for 39?
You're not doing this every day, right?
No, every third day.
Yeah, so next week you do, you repeat, and you find that this 38.5 actually gets easier and easier, feels better. And then we have temptation because it's so easy. So we want to break 39 or 39.5 or go to 40, right? In the one day. So we don't do that. That's what the microprogressive system is. You don't break records, even if you can. You take it on the very little microprogressive, amount, and you stay with it for a week. You go to another week. So you're building the reserves and its safety. I had a really a lifter in LA that was very talented, and she was progressing really nicely, but I created reserve in her. And that reserve was there. But she was impatient and she wanted to progress faster. And she thought that she's not progressing because the reserve was there and she knew about that the reserve was there. She found another coach. After 3 months, she was breaking the records like crazy and then crashed. Took her 17 years to recover herself from pains and problems. But she could be in Olympics. Yeah, it's dangerous. And microprogression is a wonderful system. It's an amazing system. Also, it can get you, like I trained Tajan, the cerebral palsy boy. The father, after 3 years or 4 years, he said, I understand microprogression now. When I watch you doing it, I understand it. And the boy went from 3 pounds to 170 pounds on the press in 4 years. But would never get there without that. That mind behind progressive mind has to be there. So you have to stop yourself. You have to stop yourself from actually breaking records and create this reserves. So when you actually break records, it's easy because the body is ready for it. So you enjoy the training. The whole training is the constant joy. That's the whole idea of it. That's good. All right. One word.
Joy.
Good one.
Mine is reserve.
Yeah.
Microprogression.
All right. Recovery is mine. All right, guys. See you in a week. It's a fantastic day today.
See you guys.
Awesome.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, guys.